Hi, it is me, Pinky Orange Girl again, and welcome to my last Splatoon related video. This doesn't mean I'll stop talking about Splatoon forever necessary, but this is gonna be the last video that is only about Splatoon, for reasons that you'll hear at the end of the video. But let's get back on track. I actually haven't played Side Order yet, I just watched videos about it for research purposes, and I played Octo Expansion last year on May or June, so I won't compare them that much about the gameplay, but mostly for other categories. Anyways, let's jump right into the first category. This is probably the least important category of this comparison, so that's why I started with it. Octo Expansion aesthetic is 80s or 90s vaporwave. It looks great, and that's how I actually got introduced to this type of aesthetic. While Side Order's aesthetic is more like a digital apocalypse, and it's very orderly, if you know what I mean. But I personally prefer Octo Expansion's mysterious atmosphere over the colorless apocalypse of Side Order, for reasons that you'll hear a bit later on. Now this category is very subjective, so don't get mad at me in the comments below about it, because unpopular opinion, I don't like Side Order's music. I still like a couple of songs, like that one that was used in the first trailer, the one used in the second one, and spoilers, the one before the second wave of the final boss. While the rest of the songs just sound unappealing to my ear, because some songs just overuse the weird sounding noises. That especially applies to the ending song, and because of this goofy ass instrumental, I couldn't take this song seriously, even if I was supposed to. I know that in Octo Expansion soundtrack also has some weird noises here and there, but they work in there for two reasons. One, because they don't sound ear-numbing and aren't as overused as the weird instruments in Side Order, and two, because it ties into the world building and story way better. You can argue that it's the same thing about Side Order, but I personally would rather listen to Regret for 10 hours straight than listen to any of the Side Order songs again. No offense to the people who like it though, I just don't like it personally. Okay, so the next two categories contain spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled, don't watch these two categories. Just skip to the last one. Anyways, let's move on. And another unpopular opinion of mine is that the cutscenes in Side Order are very boring, mainly because of the unnatural character interactions. If you watch Side Order's cutscenes, you will know that there are a lot of those where the characters are in an elevator and just talk. No, sorry, I mean plot exposition for a couple of minutes. Like, I personally don't have a problem with plot exposition if it's used effectively, like in Octo Expansion, but in Side Order, all of the cutscenes are just plot exposition after plot exposition that is presented in a very boring and very static way, and because of that, the character interactions just don't feel natural as a result. The reason why I enjoyed watching Splatoon 3 Story Mode's cutscenes is because of the characters' interactions displaying way more personality than everyone in Side Order combined, and only having plot exposition here and there. I'm not saying the characters in Side Order are horrible, I still like Off the Hooked, but Act, aka Dead Fish, is one of the most boring characters in the Splatoon universe. The only interesting thing about her is her backstory and, of course, her banger music in Octo Expansion, but in terms of personality and role, in Side Order there's nothing unique about her. She's basically a more uninteresting version of Isu Padre. Another issue I have with Side Order's cutscenes is that they tell us, rather than show us, how the world works, how the characters met each other, what is the villain's motivation, etc. I know that in Octo Expansion also has plot exposition, but I think it isn't as overused as in Side Order, and it's more necessary because Agent 8 doesn't remember anything and they need more guidance. And most importantly, the characters' interactions feel a lot more natural and are more interesting to watch. I won't ever forget the times when Pearl and Cuttlefish had a rap battle. I wish they made music together. Anyways, Octo expansion has a lot better build-up leading up to the final boss, but I'll talk about it more in the next category. I feel sorry that Sagola didn't win a single category yet. Or am I? So this is actually the main reason why I'm kinda disappointed in Side Order. The story isn't great, and I don't mean that it's bad, it's just that I like Octo expansion story better. I think the concept of Side Order is great. A virtual world that got possessed by a virus planning to take over the world, but I don't think there's a reason why we did have to play as Agent 8, because the story wasn't revolved around them. You can tell the story with Agent 4 or a new agent and it wouldn't change a thing. I actually thought this story was gonna be even more personal to Agent 8 than Octo expansion because of the first trailer, but it sadly wasn't. Even if the story was revolved around the Hook, I don't like Pearl's portrayal because they kinda missed the point of her personality. Pearl was supposed to be hippie, kinda rude and sassy towards people she doesn't know, and Marina was the only person she wasn't rude at, she was just sarcastic with her. But in Side Order she was still hippie, but she was way too nice. And what do I mean exactly by that? Well, she doesn't trust people she just met. It takes time for her to form a connection with someone. But when she met Octo, she immediately trusted her, which is a dangerous message for people to be sent. I think the story is also not really connected with Splatoon's prior themes and messages. Like, if you replace the characters with brand new ones that aren't related to Splatoon, it wouldn't change a thing. Even if Octo expansion was dark and mysterious, it still ties in with the rest of Splatoon's lore, with the Octonics being a lower class of beings and them finally living with the creatures on the surface in peace. Octo expansion story was also a lot more personal than Side Order's one, and because of this the player is way more invested in Agent 8. Also, I don't like when Marina is obviously applying the fact that she likes Pearl. It feels a bit too fan servicey for me. Pretty obvious who wins this category. Now, I didn't play Side Order myself, but I said to watch YouTube gameplay walkthroughs, and by the looks of things, the gameplay looks like it will be the best part of the whole experience. It looks fun, especially for being a roguelike game, and I did play Octo expansion and had a lot of fun with it, despite being very frustrated with it. So I'll give points to both DLCs here, and Octo expansion wins, and this is the end of the video for the people who don't care about my channel, but for my subscribers who really care about my content, then I would like to say something to you that will probably disappoint if you are a Splatoon fan. The reason why I decided to spoil myself Side Order is because even if the gameplay looks fun, I don't want to play Splatoon anymore. The reason for that is because Splatoon isn't my favorite video game franchise anymore, and the more I think about it, the more depressed I become. Because for some reason, when I stopped being a Splatoon fan, I felt like I went through a breakup. And now I see Splatoon the same way as how I see Mario, as an ex-boyfriend that I used to love more than anything in this world. But now I want to move on from him. Nowadays, when YouTube recommends me Splatoon videos, I get frustrated, I click the not interested button. When I see the Splatoon merch I own, I get depressed, and when I listen to Splatoon music, I don't get energetic anymore, etc. I will still have my avatar as an inkling though, because I like the way it looks, and I don't want to either redesign it or get rid of it. But the reason why I even made this video is because I just wanted to get rid of Splatoon forever, and this is like basically my goodbye to Splatoon. So yeah, hopefully I cleared things up for you, and now make sure to like and subscribe. See ya!